While Crown Falls is growing and getting more beautiful as we play. A few things have come up now that we need to do in this episode. So the first one is, as you can see, well, the city itself is not really that big, but when we look around, we've got lots of other villages, and they're all consuming the goods as well. So don't be fooled by the distance. The consumption rate is still counted for one island, and that is something that is noticeable now in the consumption of our goods. So Schnapps and workcloth is down to 0. And that is not a bad thing, because we can now use one of the items that we've imported from the old world. And that is... And yeah, we have a workforce shortage there in Marillo and in El Sarao, but I fixed it by now. There was a huge plague and a fire in the other town, and I rebuilt those houses there, so it shouldn't be a problem anymore soon. And back here now with the Schnapps Distillery, as we can see, we got quite a lot of them, and a trade union here that is boosting now all those distilleries. And we have a very cool item there, Brewmaster Bill. And Brewmaster Bill gives the Schnapps Distillery and the brewery electricity. Isn't that cool? So that is 200% more production that we have just with one item out of this one here. So we can actually boost now the productivity of the potato farms by 50%. That's just -2 there, you know, for the happiness. So it's not really that much more, but it gives us way more potatoes that we need. Let's also upgrade the warehouses here that we have in Crown Falls. Oh, and we actually have a festival as well, commemoration day. So there should be, yeah, there it is, a festival in the town in Crown Falls. We've seen quite a lot of those festivals by now, but it shows that my people are happy, and we can see it here, happy population it is. Back here, let's activate the item. As you can see, it's glowing now, and those Schnapps distilleries have electricity. Isn't that cool? I don't know what Brewmaster Bill is doing. Probably he's running around in a wheel. And he's definitely giving us electricity there. So that means twice as many schnapps. Twice as much schnapps that we get out of this one here now. So we got 50% increase here, but 100% increase here. So naturally, we still need to put some more potato farms on there. But not as many as it would have been before that. So we have another, let's see, another warehouse here. So we can use this warehouse then for the schnapps, for the potato farms there. And whoops, another newspaper edition that we need to sign. A bit more propaganda. It's pretty red there. We should change something about that, so that it's not that red all the time, you know. Doesn't look good about that. So we got 10 Schnapps distilleries there. That means we have 20 now since we got the boost there. So we saved like 100% of Schnapps distilleries, and we boosted 50%. So we need 5 more potato farms there, and ongoing fire. Oh yeah, a small one. I thought they would change that. They don't. They didn't. Kind of. We still see fire messages, even if it's just a very small fire that no one cares about. And right, let's build those 5 potato farms. I mean, actually, it's 2.5 potato farms that we need, since, you know, they're boosted by 50% as well. But let's just have the 5 of them, and probably just build 1 or 2 more Schnapps distilleries, and everybody's happy. Okay, looking good. We still have some space here for more schnapps and potato, and also here more space for more potato farms if we want to do that. We'll see about that. Who knows? And he's still buying shares there. Doesn't matter. He shouldn't be that much. You know, I mean, once he has all the shares, we still get a message that you could take the island now. So we get another 10 minutes then after the warning. But let's not come this far. Let's just buy them back from time to time. Doesn't matter that much. It's a little game we play by now. Okay, so that's the schnapps. It should go up again, and it is quite significantly there, I gotta say. So that's good. Workcloth is still low on that one. So let's see where we have our sheep farms. We've got them here. And let's check if we have an item that's good for sheep farms. I don't think we have one. So nope. We got a good one here for soap factory and rendering works. Productivity 50%. We probably should use that. Once the soap is low again. But for now, let's just have more sheep farms. We could, of course, increase productivity here once again. Oh, and that doesn't even affect happiness too much there. Actually, that would work, yeah. So they just produce 50% more now. But let's just also have a few more of them. Those work clothes and sheep farms. So 4 more here. Because of course we definitely don't want to do that all the time here, you know, rebuilding those production chains. And there are way more people coming to Crown Falls in the future. So yeah, let's just go serious here and have another 3. And as you can see, it fits in perfectly here. So we can just put them side by side. And that was quite a lot. That was 7 more. And now we need 7 more framework knitters. Something that we can have here. And of course I will also need to enlarge on my warehouses there. Otherwise the waiting times in the queue gets really long. So let's have another warehouse here. And then we have like 3 more framework knitters on that side. That works, and that should solve the problem for quite some time now. And as a result of that, of course, more people need to live in this town here. So we need to enlarge that village here too. Having a few more houses here. There's some patch of green here that we could use, so we could have some grass here. And then some mature tree here. Like that. I do like the grass. The more I use it, the more I use it. The more I like it. And let's also have some more houses here, but they can be a bit more scattered. In between we have some ornaments like a well. And then some apple trees. For the farmers living nearby, so they can just get the fruits and their apples from there. They like that. Actually, that looks pretty cool too, having trees between the houses there. Why not? And then we have the same thing on this side there, so a few more houses here. That's working out. And yep. Those are the workers now for those additional farms, at least in our mind, you know, in our imagination. We can have it like that. And whoa, they're still full there, the queue, so we definitely need another warehouse over here. And we're also going to upgrade this one. Very good, that's that. And the Schnapps problem is solved now, and the workload problem is solved as well. And look at that, we're getting some influence in there now because the population is growing. Sausage is full, soap is full, very good. So bread and beer is what's missing now. And I've already sent, not to this island here, to Kazelvich. I already sent a ship here with enough building materials so we can start a proper bread and beer production here. First, we need to, as usual, have a commuter pier here. That, so we don't need to build another town here anymore. And then we can just go all the way up here. I mean, it's a beautiful island, isn't it? We could have another town here, but you know, we have a major town up there, so I'm not too eager to continue building big towns somewhere else. And here I want to have bread and beer. Lucky for us, they come hand in hand, you know, so the beer needs grain and the bread needs grain, and that's perfect for us. We have the grain farm. Perhaps we get a good item. We have a bakery boost item, so let's get my cargo ship there. Oh, wait a second. First of all, I need to have some depots here too, and then I want to try to get these items there to this island here so we can boost the bakery. That should be enough storage. Very good. And let's get that ship back here to Crown Falls. And then we can start here now with Let's see, where should we have the grain? I think the grain should be over here. Right, and the hops over here. I mean, there's not so much space here, but it's one of the more spacious islands that we have, you know. Like, this one here is totally unusable for farms. Just, the mountains are just too big here in the middle of it. And we are already using this for sausage and soap. And the Admiral has taken the rest. I don't know why the Admiral settles here anyway. Doesn't matter now. We need to go for those rain farms there. And yep, I'm just going to place them here now.
Ceasefire has ended.
And that is some, well, I'd say 18 grain farms that we've got here now. 18 is a good number, it's a round number, and with that we can do something. So for starters, since a flour mill is twice as fast, so we want to have 5 flour mills. So let's have those 5 here. Very good. And did I upgrade? Yeah, I upgraded the warehouses there, but look at that. No, it's looking good so far. Okay. 2 upgraded warehouses there. From time to time we got a peak here, but it's a very short one, so it doesn't matter too much. And then we have another upgrade warehouse here for the 5 flour mills, and here we can continue having other flour mills than if we wanted to. And here we have the final production, so kind of like we have the hops here, the raw materials, and also here the grain. Here we have the middle range, so that's the flour mill, and I think the, what is it called, the malt house for the beer. And here we have the bakery and the brewery then. So everything is kind of like organized on this island here, because we'll need lots of those productions. Don't get fooled by that. We're going to have a huge city. And here we now want to have the bakery. So let's start with the warehouse. And I've got 5 flour mills. So 5, they're producing every 30 seconds. So for each flour mill, I can have a 1 bakery. So 10 bakeries it is. And I will also want to have a trade union here for the bakery boost. And let's have it as a blueprint for now. Here in the middle. And around that we can now have the bakeries. So 10 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Quite a lot of them. I'd say quite a lot of them. We'll definitely need to upgrade our warehouse there. And now we can start upgrading those bakeries here. And now they are active. By the way, we don't have enough influence right now. We need another 16 influence for that building there for the trade union. But it'll come. Once the population starts to rise, we'll get enough influence back again. And right, they're doing now the bread thing, and we can now focus on the beer. So for the beer, I will have to have the hops farms up here. Though again, the hops, I don't think it takes that much space, so we'll see that in a minute. Let's have the warehouse here, and then we go for the beer and hops. And let's see how much space that actually needs. It's 96 fields, so that's not that much. It fits in, yeah, it even fits in here. But the big but here is 1.30 seconds it needs. So 90 seconds of time for the hops to grow. So that's quite a lot, actually. They're very slow when it comes to that. And thus we need lots of them if we want to... Well, I think around 4 breweries is what I want to have now.
Could simply go to press.
Actually, with the amount of grain farms we have 18 of them. We could, and we have 5 flour mills, so that's 10 grain farms. We still have 8 grain farms, so we could go actually for 1 malt house needs. Yeah, we could actually go for 8 breweries there.
You look as radiant as ever.
And now we have some influence there. Look at that. Less propaganda, and we can use then now here the trade union if we wanted to. And we could have the bakery there. Productivity 40% increase. Very good. So let's just have at the 40% rate. Of course, we need to think about how many bakeries we have there. We get that 4 additional bakeries that we can supply with that. It's plus 4 kind of that we have there. So that's 2 more flour mills. And that in return means 4 more grain farms that we can now use with that. So we have 4 grain farms for beer, which is not quite enough. You know, so we should actually get a few more out of this one here. And then we have the hops farms, which is another calculation entirely. And for that, we'll definitely need more timber. So let's get back and get the timber and then build the hops farms and finish the beer production here. And after a little bit of time, we got it complete now. So we have 9 hop farms. That would be enough for 6 breweries. And we also have 3 malt houses. And, well, I don't even know how many grain farms. We have 20 grain farms now, so that it fits for the calculation. And then we have 6 breweries now working, and as we can see, we are lacking some workers there right now. Got minus 500 almost. That shouldn't disturb us too much, since we're getting quite a nice boost once the bread and the beer is over there. But while those things are being produced, well, we have enough materials, so let's continue upgrading Crown Falls with more workers. We do have the materials for that, and we do have the, well, consumer goods for that as well. So that's quite a few more workers that we have here coming in from the middle, as we can see. So on this side here, and right, timber is the only limiting factor once again. And yeah, we definitely need to ramp up our timber production there, since, well, as you can see, there are a lot of upgrades coming in. And also, what is important is that we need much more space for the production. So with the workload being here, the schnapps here, that's about it. That's about as far as I want to go with production chains on Crown Falls, since we need so much of that for a huge city. We get enough fishery here, enough fishery grounds, beaches. We can have them on other islands too. Perhaps I've got resources or space for one more production chain at some point. Definitely not the fur coats. Thinking about the sewing machines is also a bit tricky, since I think it reduces the... Yeah, it has the steel, which reduces the attractiveness of the island, and we can't have that. So we will probably need to produce that steel somewhere else. Perhaps we just get the iron here and then deliver it to another island where we have the furnaces. Perhaps we have an empty island here. Perhaps this one will be our heavy industry island. So we don't have that on Crown Falls. We rather just get the raw materials from that, you know, so we get the iron ore out of this one here, and the, what is it, the copper, yeah, and the copper, for example. Just an idea here. And right, we do have another clay deposit here. We are going to need lots of bricks there, and a bit of more space here. Right, but this is a beautiful spot, so I want to use it for now, and certainly not for any industry. We still have to build, yeah, we still have to build our little miner town here. So we do have the iron deposits here. Definitely a very good location here for having a little miner town. So those copper mines and iron mines, they only need farmers, as far as I know. Let's have a look at that. Actually, no, they need workers. Now that's a good thing. Then we need worker houses here. Can't be that we have farmers here and the workers have to commute all that way, right? So first of all, I've learned, after 150 hours of Anno, I've learned to build the fire station always. Well, let's have them beside the marketplace there. And also, we need to pub. I always go for the workers there, I don't know why. Let's have a pub here in the town center. Very good. Perhaps with a little green stuff around it, some apple trees, so the cider comes from the local soil, is not being transported from far away, polluting the air with horse shit and stuff like that for the carriages. So that's a nice little pub there, and around it and around this pub we have some workers there. Farmers for now, but they're going to be workers soon. Oopsie. Nope, that is not a good idea. Doesn't look that good then. And right, why not? Wait a second. Let's have it like so. You see? Whoops. So we have it. Oh, I'm a bit chaotic there. Like this, and we have a bit of space here in the middle for a little park. Why not? Let's make this this worker village like that. So we have 3 buildings. With 1 in the middle that is free. So that is a new concept that I'm using. I know this concept existed long before my birthday. And we're just going to use it now. bit more wood there, perfect. And in the middle here we can have some, well, trees for example, some grass there. I'm thinking about, yeah, some flower bed like that. And in the middle a nice little elm tree. Why not? So it's like a little park there in the middle where people can relax. Actually then it's a good idea to have some benches there as well. So we're going to make it like this. And here, oh, where is it? Where are my benches? My benches got lost. It needs to be better workers, but it's not. Where are my benches all of a sudden? There they are, under artisans. And here we have some benches now. In the center. Actually, I like this one here. Perhaps we should use this for Crown Falls too. More often. Yeah. Why not? Those blocks here with a little garden there in the middle. Looks good. We could even make it better by, for example, getting rid of those buildings here. And then just have one street going inland, kind of, like to the park, you know. And this street then is surrounded by some trees. So it's like a little alley going to the center there. I like this one. Yes, we're going to use this one. Look at that. That is looking good. I haven't used this one yet, but I like the look of that. Definitely going to use this. So once we have, think about it, when we have the artisans and the creepy lady in the artisan building can actually look down on those parks there. Might be a good one. We'll do it like that in Crown Falls too. So that is a nice inspiration. And here, since this is the miner village, we can have the iron mines then. So it's 3 here already. And what's that? That's copper. And we do have coal, right? Yep, there's coal. There are 2 coal deposits here, but we got 6 in total. So probably we'll need another miner town then. There's some more iron here. And 2 coal here, very good. So we can, oh, we can actually use this one. But what the... Yeah, but we do have a fire station here. Why is this down again? That didn't look good. We do have a fire station. Perhaps we need a second one. Let's build a second one over here. I think that's enough space there. Nope. It's 4 tiles actually, so let's have another fire station here. Having 2 might be important. Right, but we have the coal here and the iron over there then. So quite a lot of raw materials we can use then. I mean, we got enough steel beams for now, you know, since I'm importing them from the old world. Since we got enough there anyway. So probably don't even need that. But who knows. And yeah, I've used now the old style building here. Probably I will change this somehow. Perhaps we can actually start changing it here already then. With the new style that I like so much now.
Check a copy.
Oh, once again, but we have some positive news here again, so I only need to use propaganda on one of them. Very good. And I think if I'm going to use the new style here, I'm probably not going to have enough space here for everything. Well, we could do it theoretically, you know, we could do it. Like, getting rid of that block here. Gives me back some bricks there at least. And then we have some farmhouses here. And then another full block here. He doesn't even want me to place them like that. He refuses that, so I need to do it manually. And then we get rid of those things there. And yeah, then we have like... Yeah, then I have to do it like that. Manually. Okay, so those are these blocks. And yeah, I think it'll look perfect with artisan buildings and stuff like that. So we have it like this way, you know, so it's even symmetrical. And then we have, once again, we have the little park there in the center. So that's some flower beds there that we've used. I think the flower beds are with the workers, right? Yeah. So the workers there. There are the flower beds. Oh, wait a second. Yeah. I think if... How did I do that, actually? I think with the street going towards the flower beds. It's not there. It was over here. Right, to the... Yeah, to the flower bed there. Okay, so probably we'll need to have a patch of grass there instead. So I need to get rid of those flower beds there once again. If I want to have it like in a correct way, and we want to have it like this. So here we have the patch of grass, then here we have the benches on that side. If I use it like that, and then we have like an elm tree here. Good. And then the bench on either side.
How's about a little gathering yarn and a nap in the orchard?
Right, and then once again we have the flower bed there in background and a patch of grass. Oh, that's quite a lot of items there, but I think this looks the best.
That's the going price.
I know, so that's the street going now in here, and you can just walk around there and have a sit. And look at that, my people actually go right away there and take a seat. Cool, I like that. So we're going to use that from now on. And perhaps some apple trees here. This will look very good with higher buildings then. Probably with investors not that much anymore, so I probably should not use it too often or not everywhere. Because with investors I don't think it'll look that good anymore. Investors are definitely going to be in the biggest, in the most density or the highest density area. So around here in the center, probably somewhere there. But yeah, we're going to use this from now on. And one thing that I want to do as a finishing touch, and Coconut Queen. Coconut Queen has been idle for way too long, and Coconut Queen is going to be on a very, very important trade route. So we have Castlewitch now, going to Sleepy Hollow, I say, Crown Falls, and here we have now 150 tons of bread and 150 tons of beer. Right, and the Coconut Queen is then transporting those very important goods between those two islands there, and she's starting with that now. And as you can see, bread is full, beer is not that full yet, so we're not producing that much beer, I think, but it should be enough for now. And yeah, from now on I'm just going to expand those productions without recording them all the time, because I think it gets a bit tedious to show that all the time. And you know the drill, you know, we're building more hop farms and then more malt drills and then more breweries, stuff like that. We'll need more and more of that constantly while expanding our city, and of course also beautifying it. And this style is quite cool, I think. Yeah. And with that we're going to leave it. Stay tuned.